Alright, so the first thing I want to do is implement light and dark theme because everyone loves it and it's really easy with SatCN UI. So let's go ahead and start with that. So here, first of all, let's head over to SatCN and then here search for dark mode. Alright. Click on NextJs. So first we have to install this Next Themes package. By the way, the default, the theme, the UI, the toggle UI would look like this. Okay, so it comes with the drop down. But what I want to do is I don't want this drop down. Instead, I want just the plain icon. On click, I want it to change. All right, so instead of opening the drop down, so we will slightly modify the code that is given here to make it even more simpler and less code and easier for user to just toggle on click. All right, so let's start with this one. Install the theme. Okay, install that, and then we need to create this theme provider. All right, now you could put that inside components, but because this is a provider, I like to put this inside context. All right, so it makes sense because it's like similar to context provider. So let's put it inside context, and later we will have more context as well, so it makes sense. All right, so in the root directory, let's create a new folder, context. Inside context, we create a new file, theme.tsx. all right, and then let's paste that code here. So we import React, we go import the theme provider, and we return using the theme provider with all the props and the children props. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to now import this provider and wrap our layout. So if you go to the app, here we have the layout. So whatever is here is applied for the entire application. All right, so for example, later if you create a navigation bar, you want to import and put here so that the entire application will have that. Okay, so whatever is here in this layout file is shared from the entire application. So you see here, we got the metadata that is used to create a metadata, which is good for SEO, the meta title, meta description, so on. We can change it later, and these are just the themes. Now you could even delete these ones. You could delete all the fonts if if you're not worried about the using particular fonts, but since they have come by default, I'm just going to leave it. All right, and you see it's returning, it's got HTML, it's got the body section. Inside the body section, some of these styles applied, the fonts, and then the children props. Okay, so in the entire application is received as a children props from this layout. So what we want to do is we want to import that here, import that theme provider, import, let me quickly check the name. It's a theme provider, from that directory. So we go inside context theme. All right, and then here we wrap everything. So inside body, we got the children. Let's cut that and then use theme provider, paste that children back, and here we need to provide some props here. Here the attribute class. By the way, all this information you can find in the docs as well. So if you go down here, once we have that provider, we need to import that in the root layout. That's what we're doing here. We import it in our layout, and we need to provide all of these. So maybe it's even a good idea to just copy that in case it changes in future. You know what to do. Okay, so we copy that. We also add that suppress hydration warning to HTML. All right, so let me paste that here. Okay, and then on the HTML, let's add that. Beautiful. All right, so the application, entire application has been wrapped with the provider as well. So now the only thing we need now is create a toggle button just like they have here. Okay, and there's a code for that as well. So to add the toggle button, you see, to create that drop down, you already have that code here. You can check out the code. It's basically using the drop down menu component, and then inside the menu components you are showing these 3 different icons. Okay, so for the light, dark, and so, but I'm going to go one step ahead and make it simpler. So instead of showing the drop down, we directly show the light and dark 2 icons.